Good afternoon, Wayzata, Orono, and Long Lake. I'm Sun Sailor Community Editor Jared Husengay. Today is Friday, February 20th, and here's what's going on in your area today. On Wednesday morning, the City of Wayzata hosted an informational meeting for local businesses to discuss what can and cannot be done when it comes to serving food and drink to their customers. Both the City and the Chamber of Commerce seemed to think the session was a good idea for all involved. The main point of the session was to let businesses that do not have a wine or catering license know what they can serve and what they cannot serve their clientele. The short answer is that things like coffee and prepackaged items like cookies and candy bars are acceptable. Cooking up a big batch of gumbo and serving it with a snifter of brandy, not so much. About 45 members of the local business community turned out for the session, something City Clerk Sandy Langley called awesome. Langley stressed that getting this information out has nothing to do with the city levying fines and everything to do with making sure everybody abides by the rules and protects themselves. We're not prohibiting anything, Langley said, but there are certain steps to go through. Using a business serving alcohol as an example, Langley posed the question, what if someone gets into an accident? Who's liable? Chamber President Peggy Douglas said that through the Chamber's dealings with the city, they were aware of changes made to the rules and often received questions from Chamber members who would then be directed to the city. We thought this was important information to get out to everyone. Now they know the regulations or who to talk to find them out, she said. The curtains will rise on the Orono High School spring play Noises Off tonight at 7:30 p.m. in Fenholt Auditorium at the high school. Additional performances will be held tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. and a 2 p.m. matinee on Sunday afternoon. Tickets for all performances are $5 and are available at the door. The Civic Orchestra of Minneapolis will make a Wayzata appearance on Sunday. The orchestra will perform A Night at the Opera at 3 p.m. at Wayzata Community Church, located at 125 East Wayzata Boulevard. The performance is free and open to the public. For a list of additional events taking place this weekend, pick up a copy of this week's Sun Sailor or go to our website www.mnsun.com and click on the community event calendar on our front page. Wayzata is the outright favorite to win the Class 3A Section 6 wrestling tournament Saturday, Sun Sailor sports editor Nick Clark says. He discussed the Trojans' chances this week in mnsun.com's prep sports show, Sun on Sports.
Nick, Wayzata is the host of the tournament as well as the number one seed.
Yeah, and really the outright favorite. It's not that deep of a section in terms of teams that are ranked or some of the top caliber wrestling teams in the state. I think the Trojans were 13th this week in the guillotine poll, and they're the only ranked team in the field. And really, I mean, they shouldn't have many problems walking through this section to get to state. It's kind of an interesting story for Wayzata. They went a long time without getting to St. Paul in this state meet. It was 1977, and then they waited 30 years before getting there in 2007, and now they'll be going for their third straight trip. 2 years ago, they had a real chance. They thought to do something at state. They had beaten Apple Valley in a duel in the regular season that year. Ended up having a tough loss to Anoka in the quarterfinals, and bounced back to win the consolation. Last year at the state meet, state tournament, they dropped both their matches, and that could be the case again this year. Nonetheless, it's a reward. Ross Johnson has done a tremendous amount of work in getting that program to the level it is now. And they have some great wrestlers. Danny Zilverberg is probably their top wrestler, 140-pounder. He's going to go to the University of Minnesota next year where his brother is right now, and I think his dad was an old Gopher wrestler too. And then their heavyweight Jake McPherson, offensive lineman off the football team, has been ranked most of the year in his weight class. Those are probably their two top guys, and in this field that'll probably be enough.
For Wayzata Today and mnsun.com, I'm Jared Husengay, and I'll see you next week.